Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Today, it's going to be a ZVT rush and action here together on In the Way of an Eddy. Bottom left, it's our yellow Terran. It's gonna be rush. And in the bottom right, it is action, the macro Zerg. I don't know why rush is not at the top here. That's kind of weird, right? We've got piano watching as well as Larva here on In the Way of an Eddy, a very, very weird map that I don't cast very often. Oh, so action is here in the view list. Very, very interesting. Anyway, so In the Way of an Eddy. An eddy is a swirling feature of streams and rivers. So yeah, so this is basically swirling around here. Kind of looks like a four-leaf clover. But I think the eddy is what the mapmaker is going for. This is a very, 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 very rare doodad. I don't think I've seen this anywhere else on a map. Is it a teleportation device? I don't know. Ooh, it's a pool first play. Here from action. Ha 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 ha. Versus... a barracks first play. At least according to how many minerals Rush has here. Yes, yes, very, very good. Huh. So, I don't know. Are we going to scout? Yeah, we are going to scout with the drone in the wrong direction, but at least he is scouting. And you start on low ground here as a throwback to ancient maps. And I think this is going to be a hard wall off here. Terror the Overlord, scouting out. And sixlings are on the way here at 2 minutes. All right, man. The Overlord says, I was hoping for a command center first play. Now I have to hope that he screws up his walls somehow. And expanding, here is action with his 500 APM. Expanding as well. Here is Rush with his 400 APM. Oh, he canceled it because he saw these lings and said, okay, I can afford a command center. Let's go ahead and make some Marines, hard wall off with a supply depot just to make sure I can survive past this 3-minute mark, and then we will expand. That's why we scout, guys. If these lings had shown up and they were not scouted, I don't think the supply depot would be here. And Rush would have just lost. So scouting, so important in any game that you play against other people, but especially in RTS, man. Yeah. All right. Very, very good. Got ourselves a third base here at the top right. Okay, so he's trying to catch up. Macroly. Macroly? Is that a word? I don't know. I just made it up. Macroly. Because pool first is not very macro, but it is very aggressive, and the aggression did not pay off. Ugh. Sometimes you win, and sometimes you lose, like Steve the SCV there. What's up, Steve? Rest in peace, man. Good scouting, though. You did a great job keeping Rush alive here. You laid down your life so that Terran lived past the 3-minute mark, and for that, all Terrans everywhere are very grateful to you. We do have Steve the SCV merch available at falconpaladin.store. I have a Steve shirt myself, which I should wear for a Sunday stream one of these times. It's a good time. It's a good time to have a Steve the SCV shirt, Robert the Zealot shirt, maybe a Terry the Overlord mug. A lot of stuff available at falconpaladin.store. Check it out. All right, so what do we got? So we got ourselves SCVs scouting in. It's an RJB replay, too, as long as we're talking about stuff like that. RJB, you know him. Come on. If you don't know RJB's name at this point, you're brand spanking new to the channel, like you just got here today. Anyway, check him out, youtube.com/@RJB_TV. Now the Ling's job is not really to get any damage done, but to see when the Marines start pushing out. Are we going to get medics out here? Are we going to see any fire bats early? I mean, we have an academy on the way, obviously. Not that you have to have an academy. This could be a factory play. Making a couple vultures, dealing with these Lings that way. That's a totally viable thing for Rush to do here, but he doesn't have to. And lo and behold, yeah, everything's good. Creep colony coming in. At the front, he is worried about a vulture. That's exactly what that is. That's him being like, this could just be barracks into FAC. A vulture could be on the way. I can't really do anything to stop a vulture from getting across the map at this point. So let's just make sure that we have one sunken to deal with a vulture if he shows up, and that's a stacked drone, and that's another win for Rush. Because he's not doing that. There is no vulture, at least not yet. There could be one later, absolutely. See, and this is where the SCV comes in for the second scout. This is Steve's cousin, Sam the SCV. Sees the spire. Sam the SCV scouts the spire. How's that for some alliteration, huh? Just kidding, doesn't scout the spire. Wait, no he does. Where is the darn spire? Oh, it's down here. Right. So probably scouted the spire. Oh, turn that into a sunken. Anyway, Marines moving out. Medics here. The Lings did their job. They took some kills, but they saw the timing and said, okay, we're going to need some sunkens here to stay alive against this. There's going to be scary. There are medics here. That increases the power of these Marines by like 80%, man. It's like how getting adrenal and speed for Lings makes them 80% better, too. Upgrades are good. Upgrades are so good. All right. Well, what's the play here? Getting a sunken at the third base in case the Marines show up there. I like this. I've cast too many Zerg games recently where sunkens just are not part of the equation, although I guess against Terran you can't really skip it. Unless you're being incredibly aggressive and have no intent of ever letting the Terran show up at your base at all the whole game. Anyway, 7 mutas are on the way. Nothing too crazy here. Rush knows. He's dealt with this before. These guys are very brave to be out here, though. Because eventually 7 mutas are going to show up with probably, I don't know, 10 to 15 Lings, and these guys are probably going to get wiped out. Which maybe is why they're heading on back home now, yeah? By the way, quick plug, hit that like button. I'm trying to get 70,000 subs here in 2024, and I think I can totally do it. I think that's an easy goal for us. If we get 70, we'll push it up, right? But seriously, I would honestly love to get 100,000 subs and get that super cool YouTube play button that's like, hey, 100,000 people click subscribe on your channel. And it doesn't mean you have 100,000 people watching your channel every day. In fact, you know, if you look at my views, it's like, oh, I'm lucky to get, I don't know, 15,000 views on a video out of the 65,000 people that have subbed already. And that's great. I'm okay with it, man. Everybody who likes to watch my videos, I appreciate you all. But yeah, man, 70,000 subs would be awesome. 100,000 subs would be awesome. Oh, amazing. That'd be great. Anyway, enough about that. We got a Hydra Den. For lurkers, the mutas are 8 of them with a 9th one on the way and a 7-minute hive coming in. Yo. Action. Teching up. He is the teching up Zerg today. Not necessarily the macro Zerg, although he did get that third base pretty quickly. But yeah, pull first out of the macro Zerg. Not very macro, is it? And he managed to make up for it. So good. Everything's fine. This muta stacking is great. Mutas are doing fantastic. None of them have died yet. Lurker aspect coming in. We're just buying time for the lurker aspect here. And throwing up some more creeps at the front. He is worried about this giant ball getting here before lurkers are ready to go. That is a... Did I not turn off the vision? Okay, there we go. That's what I wanted. Now action's back. Good, 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 good. Vision's fine. I do love this base here. There's a southern and a northern base. Is that another skin? Just kind of here. Just trying to see where these mutas are. Trying to flank them a little bit, right? Are we going to jump on this? I don't know. We're trying, but the reinforcing Marines continue to flow in from that right side. Yeah, southern and northern base have crashed NORAD 2s, blocking you from expanding here quickly at least. You have to drop enough stuff to kill this thing before you can expand. Which, I don't know, if you're researching drops, it doesn't seem like that would be that difficult. By the time you get drops, you have enough Lings or Marines or whatever to take that out pretty quickly. The final amount on the way, Nidus Canal to reinforce the third base. We know how this works. Third base, thinking about it, here is Rush. Supply blocked his action. Not happy about that. He's going a lot of mutas right now, and not really giving them any love. No upgrades, no +1 attack, no +1 armor either. So once again, we see a Zerg player committing to a bunch of mutas, but not committing enough to give them any upgrades at all, which I always find questionable. Anyway, lurkers are on the way. Consume's almost ready. These mutas are just the brunt of the defense here. They don't like being the defense. Maybe fight with the Sunkens? I don't know. Sunken's well positioned to kind of cover this left attack path and this right attack path, and now there are some lurkers, and okay. Now you feel better about things if you're the Zerg player. Nidus does get sniped, but some lurkers came out of it first. That's massive. It is so big that some lurkers came out of that Nidus first. Yo. All right, here we go. Here we go. I don't think there's any break in this. I guess if you scan, there you go. Scan. Oh, look at that unburrow as the scan happens. Trying to fall back, trying to stay alive. Okay, one of them does. Sunken getting a couple hits off there too. This group just hanging out. Still no third base from Rush down here. I'm kind of surprised by that. He has enough money for it. He's working on dropships. He's like, you know how I can kill this base? Dropping it. I don't know about that. Sunkens and Lurkers kind of covering this whole area. Maybe a drop into the back here would be good. A drop into the main base would be good. There's Lurkers here too, though. Adrenals coming in at 10 minutes, and Dark Swarm should be done, except that there are no Defilers here because that Nidus got sniped, and we're building another one, but it takes a minute, and this group does get wiped out. With the combined Muta Lurker setup here. No upgrades for anything because it was so fast. Scourge wipes out one of the dropships. The other dropship does get wiped out too. There's no evac in now, and now you're 4 Marines, and there's lurkers down here. That's not ideal. There is one medic, though. Hey, third base coming up from Rush down that left side now. And just running away from lurkers. Killing an Overlord would be cool. Drones are losing some mining time here, and backed into a corner, being incredibly annoying back here. And just trying to kill as many drones as possible before everybody dies. Dancing, trying to find a safe zone. There's a safe zone for 2 guys. More dropships into the natural. Dark Swarm does protect the drones. Immediately reprioritizes the target as the Spire. Smart stuff here, but I don't know if he's going to get it. These mutas really want these dropships. I mean, I agree. Dropships provide a lot of value on a map like this. And then, okay, so just leaving these dudes stranded. Although they are going to get an Overlord because Overlord speed is not done yet. So Overlord going down. Yeah, good Dark Swarm protecting the drones, not protecting the Spire, but Spire didn't go down because of the quick reaction by the mutas. But third base running from Rush now, and another supply block on action. His macro is getting really slowed down here today. And man, if these mutas had +1 attack, those medics would have died much more quickly. Zergling runs in and says, "What's up? A third base, I see." Haha, too bad I can telepathically read that information back to the homeland. Back to my, I don't know, back to Kerrigan or the Overmind or whoever's in charge here. I don't know. Do we, I guess, well, Love the macro hatch. The chronology of when ladder games happen within the Brood War story is a good question, right? Although this 4th base is in trouble. Good irradiate on the Defiler, gets his Dark Swarm up, and then says, "I'm a dead." That's right, we done. We done. And done again. Fire Bats being added into the mix. We are kind of getting into late game comp here. Once you're dealing with Dark Swarm and Adrenalings, it's late game, man. 3 turrets are covering 4 turrets. 5 turrets, rather. No. 4 turrets. That's not a turret. Covering this natural base against Muta attack. Radiate. Oh, radiating one of the Scourge. Plague catches a Science Vessel. That's fine. It's not ideal, but it's fine. Once again, the fact that these Overlords don't have speed, that's another supply block, is really leading to them dying in situations they shouldn't. What are we? Killing our own Sunken to get out of here. A little bit stuck in the main. I'm really surprised this base didn't get attacked after that Defiler got sniped, but maybe Rush was trying to make action think he was somewhere else. Dude, the supply block on action is so real. What is this command center? Where is it trying to go? It's another scan, and he's like, this base is not incredibly defended, although 3 lurkers is pretty well defended. I'm going to lift the command center and expand here. I don't know what the benefit was of building it. He's doing it again. Building another command center here. I wonder, just hiding it from the Zerg. I don't want to build it on location, because Zerglings will come in and scout it, but if I build it a little bit further away, the Lings won't find it. Overlords won't find it. Overlords still don't have speed. Is that true? Show me a moving Overlord real quick. I don't think I saw it in the production tab, and it has not come through in the last 60 seconds. Dude, expanding again? Oh, Rush. 4th base, 5th base coming in. 4th base is done, 5th base coming in. Zerg player on 4 bases. Look at the map control. Look at Rush is holding on to map control here. SK Terraning to its heart's content. Firebats, medics, marines, and science vessels. I don't think a science vessel has died yet. One got plagued. See, Scourge scouted this before it was done. Now there's some lings trying to come across the map and deal with it. But dude, there's firebats. Scourge it up. Science vessel down. Nice plague. And Zerglings do. Oh, the Zerglings find the little command center staging area. Oh, we going in here anyway? Okay. He really wants to kill that Spore, but how many Marines is it worth? SCV, who built that command center, is dead. The command center lifted and is running for its life right now. One Ling makes it up here to the 5th base, but Marines are protecting it well enough as it is. And yeah, just little desperate groups of Lings. This is not going well for Action Man. He's down 184 to 125 supply. Dude, Rush is playing well here. Didn't Rush get a 2nd place finish in ASL the last couple years? Rush is a legend, man. He's really, really good. If you've never won an ASL, you're kind of still in that group of players that have never won an ASL, but man, getting 2nd place is amazing. Radiates on these mutas. Not really getting anything done there. Another sick plague. All right, man. If Action is going to win this game, he's going to stay alive through the power of plagues, dark swarms, lings with upgrades, and probably some ultralisks, as you do against SK Terran. Are your plagues good? All right, catching some medics there. Firebats, ultralisks. And this is where Zerg players are like, all right, it's swinging into our favor here. I know we're down 30 supply. I understand it. But we have our composition. We've got the Lings. We've got the Ultras. Our upgrades aren't incredible for 17 minutes. The Marines are at 2-2, as well as the, the Firebats and any ghosts that are made. We're not going to see many of those, though. And, all right, so Rush is pulled back to his left-hand side of the map. He's expanding. I mean, we already knew about this base, right? So he's casually sitting on 6 bases here. And he's like, hey, Zergy Zerg, how you doing? He's like, I'm not on that many bases. That's not good for you. All right, man. Ling Ultra standing and fighting until that happens. The Dark Swarm pops up. Let's get out of here. Firebats, whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Boom, boom. Oh no! No! Rush, you were up a bajillion supply! And then you went into Battle Cruiser. Why? Alright, Eddy's doing I mean, those Scourge can't get within 20 feet of these battle cruisers. The BCs have a restraining order against Scourge. They'll one-shot those. Oh my gosh, Rush. There's Lurkers and Dark Swarm in between your top left and top bottom here. D-Matrix Marine fighting hard. Firebat in the house. Okay, all the Ultras get cleaned up. Lings jumping on this smaller group of dudes. The battle cruisers are still here. Well, let's plague them again. Maybe they'll stop attacking this extractor. Okay, drone. That's really bad control out of Action. Why'd that drone go in there? Dude, this base is in all of the trouble. Just one Dark Swarm. Action's like, my kingdom for a Dark Swarm. D-Matrix Marine hanging out as you do. Battle cruisers took down the extractor at the natural. There's only 1,300 gas left at it. Here we go. Scourge die again, but Mutalisk goes woo, woo, and both of the BCs die because they've been plagued twice. No, Rush, you're still up. Stop making... He's still making battle cruisers, you guys. I must tell him to stop it. Rush! We don't believe, but maybe we should believe. I don't know, man. Lurker Dark Swarm here, no Firebats. No science vessels for Radiate happening here. Dude, that, okay. We're just bringing along a single Hydralisk to one-shot these science vessels. The 6th base is in trouble. I like this, though. Rush coming up the right side, trying to find that 5th base of the Zerg. Zerg, remember, has not had a 5th base today in 20 minutes. Action's economy is not awesome. He's at 52 workers on 4 bases. A 5th one is about to finish. He has drones ready to go, especially on gas. And finally, the Dark Swarm wears off at this 4th base for Rush, and he's able to clear this out. But he still is not happy at his 6th base. His 5th base is fairly well protected, which is nice. He's about up 44 total supply here. 68 SCVs to 52 drones. But there we go. Gas action. You need this so bad for upgrades and stuff. And for additional ultras, especially, get the gas action. What are you doing? Ling Ultra, not a bad combo. Thinning that Marine count out. These Lings are jumping on this like they're hungry for Marines, and they are. 2-2 upgrades with Adrenal on dem boys. This game is great. 3 attack, 2 armor for the Terran here. This is not a game, actually, that RJB put under the DEFCON 1 folder, and I'm kind of wondering why. This has been incredible. Like, it's a lower supply Zerg player, but he's really got Rush on the back foot right now. Firebats get picked off inside the Dark Swarm. Irradiated Ultralisk, killing SCVs, killing Marines, killing medics, killing fellow Zerglings. This Ultra, you can barely see him. But by golly, he's got a lot of kills through his Tusks and through his Irradiate. More battle cruiser stuff up here. Sure, I guess you guys, whatever. You've been really plagued, and these Hydras don't have any attack upgrades. But, okay. The Plague plus Hydra is a pretty good combination. Yeah, I don't know about this. Remember Science Vessel died. Remember when I was like, no Science Vessels have died, and like a bunch of them have died now? Yeah, that totally happened. All right, 5th base of action going down is humongous. He needs this. He needs this gas. He finally took it, and now it's gone again. Another beautiful Dark Swarm from action here at the 4th base of Rush. Rush has got engineering bays floating off here. He's just working on that final infantry armor upgrade that he needs. Battle cruiser skirt connections. But, oh, battle cruiser fighting with, well, never mind, he's dead. All right, I was going to say, fighting with the army, that's good. Fire, bat, inside bunker. What else is in this bunker? A Marine. Finally, take that guy down. Absolutely hilarious. Oh, man. Rush. He's lifted his 5th. His 6th base is also lifted. His 4th base is alive, but just barely. His saving grace is that this base, this 5th base of action is gone, nor is he does not have the cash to replenish that base either, though. This is so tight right now. The Terran was up so much. Then he made some battle cruisers that I don't think got as much value as they needed to. Oh, man. This bunker is an absolute hero. Oh, it's dead, isn't it? I was going to say, Rush's bunker is a hero, and it just exploded. I cursed it. I caster cursed that bunker. Ultralisk inside your mineral line. Not great. Really fairly bad for your SCVs. Are these more battle cruisers? You guys have Yamato researched? I don't know. You don't have energy for Yamato. Anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Look at making sure these bases don't land. Action is doing everything he can. He's under 100 supply, but Rush is only at 128 supply. No. Well-defended position there. You don't have any ultras. You did have some ultras, but no Dark Swarms, no Plagues. That's not going to happen. A nice drop. Dude, the drops. We don't see as many drops as we need to from Terran. Look at these battle cruisers. They keep getting plagued. But, I mean, 6 kills, 8 kills, 9 kills. It's not terrible. I mean, I don't know. That's right. These 0-0 mutas. Not against 3-3 Marines. He never gave his Mutalisks any upgrades at all. He never gave Hydralisks +1 attack at all. Meanwhile, these Ultras are fully upgraded. These Lings are fully upgraded. The Marines are fully upgraded. Got some upgrades today. Action. He has lost his 4th. His 3rd base is running, but man, 22 drones to 46 SCVs. C'est pas bon. here for our friend Action. Rush is killing it, despite the fact that all of his battle cruisers are dead, because of course they are. Did they get enough value this time? I'm not convinced they did. I'm really not. This is a 25-minute, 120 to 76 supply setup right now. This is insane. Okay, Hydra gets irradiated and squooshed to death. Let's see. Is he feeling brave enough to land this command center? How about this one? This one died or went somewhere else. Boxer maneuver! On the gas here from Action. There we go. Take it away. His gas is the only gas income that he has right now. Ultra's horribly outnumbered. A bunch of science vessels remain. They've been triple pumped here. Another battle cruiser on the way. Defensive Matrix Marine trying to hold the ground here. Not irradiating the Ultras so as to not give them the bonus damage. But also maybe there's just not enough energy for irradiate, which it is. And that one did. And GG. Action taps out at 25 minutes, and Rush gets your win. Holy cannoli. Wow. What a fantastic ZVT. This should have been a DEFCON 1, man. This is Rush winning with 120 supply and like a mining base. Main mined out, natural mined out, third surprisingly not mined out, but incredibly close to mined out. Look at this. Look at this. Double-digit minerals on every one of these patches. This is gone in like 10 seconds. Okay, so sort of mining at a fourth base. His fifth base is gone. His sixth base is gone. His only saving grace is that he was able to shut down the one source of gas income that Action has in this game. And minerals too, if we're being truthful. And Boxer maneuver, a bunch of these drones to death. The worker count was probably sub 20 at the end there. And Rush fought and scratched and clawed and did his very best. And it worked. Rush. What an absolutely incredible TVZ from him. Absolutely incredible. Just a... he overcame the battlecruiser curse as well, if you can believe it. I mean, I hardly can. He made battlecruisers. I don't think they did particularly well. They killed an extractor, some drones. They killed some drones in the main base too. A few hydras went down, some scourged. But they are so much money. If I remember right, they're 300 minerals and 250 gas. Last time I made battle cruisers in the campaign. And just doing some quick math here, I don't think they paid for themselves. Of course, trying to do math when you're casting is always a bad idea. But no, it's even worse. 400 minerals and 300 gas. That's right. 400, 300, man. 83 seconds in-game to build. 300 gas apiece. I don't think they paid for themselves. But you know what? I think Rush might have just been so far ahead thanks to that early pool opening that he scouted and completely shut down by responding appropriately. Cannot complain. No complaints here from me. Rush was ahead because he scouted, Action gambled and lost, and he was behind the whole way. Action had a fifth base in this game for about 3 minutes, I want to say. Right over here. About 3 minutes of base. And that's just not enough. Not enough against a Terran player who has a gajillion bases. The fact that Action was able, on 4 bases, to kill the 5th and 6th bases of Rush is just incredible. It's a testament to how good of a player Action is. But I think just economically, he was in such a bad place. And Rush was in a relatively better place. Rush came out on top. Wow, 202,000 points to 192 in favor of Rush. Got outproduced by the Zerg, but outkilled the Zerg by similar numbers. And that's how you want to do it. Structures raised 12 to 13. A very even number for this matchup, strangely enough. And Rush, yep, Rush outspent Action. Not surprised by that. Only by about 3,000 resources, but any number of resources you outspend your opponent as a Terran player against a Zerg, you're probably going to win, especially if it's a 20-minute game. Whew. Well, that was amazing. That was absolutely just fantastic. What a great time. What a great time to be a Terran fan. It's been a little bit rough this week, but this game really came through for y'all, huh? Yes, I'm going to go with Si, Senor. Si, Senor, it totally did. Ah. All right, well, that is going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button. Hit that subscribe if you like what you saw, what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.